What is going on? It's another episode of Dynasty Pylon. Just coming back at you with another rookie review. It is Wednesday rookie review time here on the Dynasty Pylon channel. So today we are going to start getting into the last few rounds with the QBs. We're ending it with the quarterbacks, the leaders of the crew, the main faces of each team. This basically signifies which QB is going where. I know we've been talking about it the last couple months, couple weeks. I haven't been on this channel. It's fine. But I've said this before. These QBs, they're not that strong of a class. I like to go back to the 2014 class where you had Derek Carr and Jimmy G and come out of that class, and they were basically the best ones, and they're the only ones left in that class as of now. That's relevant to fantasy football as of now. So today we're going to do Malik Willis and Kenny Pickett. Now, I know a lot of people are loving Malik Willis. I know that, he just seems to be the guy right now. Everyone's fell in love with what he had, what he brought to the combine, and what he has, what opportunity that teams out there have. In my opinion, I don't really think he's going to be a ready go guy automatically. Honestly, I think that it's going to take some time for him to develop. But fast forward on that one, my bad. But I think it's going to take some development time. Some people might argue the fact that it's not he's ready to go, but Malik Willis is 6'1", 215. He is consensually the number one as of now. But let's actually look into his stats as we go into. Let's put a pause to this real quick, and then we'll go into his stats. But let me share his stats real quick. I have him pulled up real quick, and let's just look at that. Again, where are you at? There you are. All right, so let me put that up. Here we go. I'm using Tankathon right now. I personally like Tankathon. It's a good website to kind of look at future draft picks and what they have. I personally like using it and looking at it. But yeah, so here we see he played 4 years out of Liberty. So looks like he definitely played, or looks like it 2 junior years. So which essentially looks like they redshirted him for a year and then just graduated, which I mean, college stats, that's basically 4 years, senior year, whatever. So passing 5,000 yards and rushing almost hitting that 2,000 mark. So not bad. Let's see. So 27 rushing touchdowns with which 47 passing touchdowns. As you can see here, he was averaging at least 2,000 yards from passing on his last couple seasons, and rushing almost hitting 1,000, 200 or almost 100 short just last past season that he played. So overall, I mean, we've seen what he can do. He's a rushing QB. He's that good. Solo tonight, yes, yeah, I am. Braden had work, and Mark is doing Mark things. I don't know. Probably sick again. I don't know. He's probably one of the most sick people I've ever met. Just gets sick randomly just cause. But yeah, I don't know. I have no answer for you. But either way, I'm still gonna roll with what I got. All right. I'm still gonna present to you QBs. Like I said, I'm still going with the schedule. I know we've been busy. I've been busy. Tank, I'm sorry. I know I promised you some stuff that we were gonna send on the file. It's just nuts. I don't even. Yeah. I don't even. Just we won't discuss it. I don't even have time to like fully study for school. Like everything's just kind of whack. So let's go back to the film like I was sharing here. But again, everyone fell in love with him from the combine. Everyone fell in love with what he brought on his pro day. I mean, he's so I'm going to be bouncing back and forth. So if I don't see your comment right away, my bad. A lot of people were saying comparing him to Josh Allen. That's a bit of a stretch. But I mean, you can see why people might say that. But again, people don't think about the competition that Liberty had. Okay, Liberty is not that big of a, it's not the big, it's not the big schools. It's not North Carolina, it's not Alabama, it's not Ohio. I understand that people are like, oh yeah, he's the best QB coming out. I agree. He probably is. I mean, look at Zach Wilson. BYU just jumped up the boards last year and was second overall. Was second QB. So it's kind of crazy seeing that. This is what we're hearing out of these guys. I think that Malik Willis could potentially be one of the best QBs in a couple of years. I don't think that he's just going to jump in right into the game, and I don't think he's going to be, ready week one. We will see him, make mistakes. All rookies do. He's going to make mistakes. Not all the time. We've been blessed with JJ and Jamar Chase in the last 2 seasons out of rookies coming out. They're outliers. Those happen. But from the QB perspective, we haven't seen T-Law didn't do anything really magnificent. Why? He was on a crappy team. Justin Fields, another a crappy team. And it hurts to say that those, and then Trey Lance never really got a shot. Zach Wilson, crappy team. And that's what happens. The crappier teams get the better overall picks, and this is where these QBs went. Easily, those guys are a lot better than these QBs coming out. Malik Willis is probably the best one coming here. Now, in my opinion, I disagree, but overall consensus, what people are saying, that Malik Willis is the number one. I know that in the Nerd Huddle, we talk about the QBs coming out. I'm a big fan of Sam Howell. I know they kind of argue with me saying Sam Howell's not the greatest, but again, we will get to him eventually closer to draft time. I think we'll probably talk about him just before the draft, if not of draft day or something like that. We'll get to him, but he's still my favorite. Sam Howell and Malik Willis have the strongest arms coming in this season, hands down. That's very easily, you could tell. We've all seen it on his pro day and on the combine. The dude can throw. The only issue is accuracy. And I've been saying this before. Accuracy can be taught. Decisions is what, essentially is what accumulates accuracy. Maybe he's throwing in the wrong windows where his receivers aren't going to be at. Maybe he's throwing too early or he's throwing too late. Obviously we're watching the highlights now. And they're good. I see it, but these are the highlights. Now I don't want to give out too many negative reviews on this either. I want to amp these guys up. I want to make sure that you guys are ready for your drafts coming up. I know a lot of people are drafting already. And there's some leagues that do that. Leagues draft before the draft, kind of hope for the best and see where they land. And that's another thing. Landing spots. You got to think about where they land. Easily, Malik Willis is going to probably end up in Pittsburgh. He's probably going to end up in Detroit. He's going to end up in a team where they're going to start week one. And that's what happens. They're going to be put in these roles, and they're going to be the guy right away. Just like T-Law. He didn't do great, but he also didn't do like worse, really. Like I've seen bad, and we all know bad. So I'm looking at these highlights right now, and I'm liking what I see. There's nothing that hasn't changed from the pro day and combine. Looking at what we're watching right now, it's Malik Willis. No one else can do what he does here. He's a rusher. Again, as a dynasty, the upside is he's going to have those rushing yards. Rushing yards is going to kill people. That's what you want. I still believe that there's QBs from last year that didn't perform as well. This is going to be better for them. For instance, one of my favorites from last season was Justin Fields. I actually drafted Justin Fields myself in my main dynasty league. I hope that eventually he has a better offensive system, and he just let loose. We saw what he did with 49ers, and that's what I'm expecting of Justin Fields doing again next season, but against more teams. Now that Matt Nagy's gone, we won't have to actually see the play call being differently. So as we see here, I don't really have to say much about Malik Willis. You know what he is. You know, you've seen it, you've heard it. And if you haven't, well, welcome to the world. He's probably what we've all been talking about lately. And this is why I'm talking about him first. Kind of, everyone already knows how great he is. But again, his accuracy needs to be worked on. Let's take Josh Allen. I love the kid when he was in Wyoming. When he went to the NFL, he was very inaccurate for his first 2 seasons. But then on his 3rd season, 4th season, he definitely keyed on. He put most of his focus onto getting the ball where it needed to be. But then also the other time, Buffalo didn't really provide the weapons that he needed, which is also another factor in there. So say Kenny Pickett lands in Pittsburgh. We'll have Chase Claypool and Harris and Fairmouth. Those are, Juju's no longer there, but I'm pretty sure they'll probably look into the draft and get themselves somebody. We'll be doing mock drafts here soon and just doing about teams on what they do and where they go. But I mean, we might even have time to do one today, but we'll see. As of now, I'm okay with where Malik Willis is at. We'll see in the next couple of weeks. The draft is coming in 2 weeks, guys. It's almost there. It's ready. 28th in Las Vegas. I'm excited. So hopefully he goes to a place where we'll see him play right away, just because that's what we like seeing. For a fantasy perspective, I'm going to be a little cognizant about it. I'm a little scared of where he's going to land. So in a redraft league, I don't think I'll probably draft him right away. But as for Dynasty, I'll definitely probably try and pick him up if I need a QB. If you're in a good spot as a QB, I mean, there's definitely a good chance he's going in as the 102 in Superflex leagues. Breece Hall is easily the number 1, and then Malik Willis is the 102 in Superflex leagues, which is crazy. But we'll see. I mean, your draft is going to be different. You have different league mates. You have different, rules and settings that definitely determine how your draft is. I'm more familiar with the 1 QB leagues. I like the 1 QB leagues only because how many QBs are you watching right here right now? 1, right? So I kind of like having the 1 QB. I don't like having super flex leagues. I mean, I know I have tons of friends that do super flex leagues. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it gives more value to the super flex, or it gives more value to the QBs because super flex isn't just a QB spot. It's a spot where you could put essentially anybody. You could have a running back. You could be a receiver. If you want to go triple tight, go ahead, or double tight. It's fine. Either way, you could put one there on the super flex spot, and that's what it is. But yeah, that's QBs. So that's basically, we have this long highlight reel of Malik Willis. He is the number 1 coming out as of now. But people can argue that he could potentially be number 2 under Kenny Pickett. And we're about to go into Kenny Pickett. Now, Kenny Pickett, I don't mind Kenny Pickett. He's 6'3", 220, a little bit bigger. Has a little bit more size. However, during the combine, everyone did not like the fact that he had little hands. I know that has been the talk of basically the Kenny Pickett's career right now. So, but as of now, that's Malik Willis. So let me pull up Kenny Pickett's stats real quick on Tankathon. Again, Tankathon, if you want to check it out, it's a really good website. I mean, it's not always accurate right away. It takes some time to update, but they always show the stats of the college players of what they did, and there's always a highlight reel, and then kind of like during the year, it's kind of nice to go to this website, and then it shows basically, well, they'll where they're going to be at, like if they're going to try and predict where they're going to be at in the draft. It's kind of nice. So here we are. Let's see. So 5 years is what they have. Looks like freshman year he got hurt or something like that, according to these stats. I don't dig that deep into the sophomore and freshman year. I more look at the junior and senior year, kind of where I'm going to need a specific position in my dynasty leagues. Here you see they have 5 years worth of stats. So either he got redshirted or he got hurt his freshman year, and that's why you only see 4 games. Not a big of a rusher as much as Malik Willis, because Malik Willis had 800 plus in just 2 seasons in rushing. So you're looking at a pocket passer here. Let me see here. So I do have it good. So let's see. Total passing yards 1,200, 303. That's a lot out of the 5. I mean, he had 500 in only 4 games. That's pretty good, you ask me. So basically, hitting 2,000 for 3 years straight. 4 years actually, he was only short like maybe 30 yards, 31 yards on his 2018 year. So people are not liking about Kenny Pickett. He's a little bit older. He obviously stayed in school a little bit longer, and maybe because of the injury, but he did stay in school to get his degree. I didn't research what degree that was, but good for him. So a lot of people aren't liking the fact that he's coming in and he's going to enter week 1 at 24 years old. So a little bit older, but hey, whatever, it's fine. We see receivers coming in and they're a little bit older than the average, like McLaurin, and we all still love McLaurin, but we're a little bit worried that he's going to have a shorter career. Harris coming in at 24, and he might have a shorter career, but it's if you're doing redraft leagues, and it doesn't really apply to you, but this is Dynasty channel. We talk about Dynasty, and Dynasty, it does worry about a little bit. You could probably get him the first 2 years and then maybe trade him off if he's still valuable. There are outliers. Look at King Henry. He's a very good outlier. Going into 28, 29 years old as a running back, and people are a little worried about him. Is he still going to produce this season? Yes, but I think there's going to be regression. But we're not talking about running backs right now. We're talking about Kenny Pickett. So again, Kenny Pickett, let's see, out of his 5 years there in Pittsburgh, he threw 81 touchdowns to his 32 interceptions, and rushing, well, we don't really count much. He was only 1 rushing yards, which is like whatever. Like I said, he's a pocket passer. All right, so let's get into his what was he say? His clips. Jesus, that brain fart there. All right, so Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh. Let's go just play that real quick. Oh, let's not do that. Let's do this. And we can do it. All right. Don't want to get monetized for anything. There we are. All right, so Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh. Again, really good pocket passer. He's a smart guy, not a big time rushing. That's probably the 1 rushing touchdown that he had, and I'm glad they had that in there. But you're not going to see that often. He's a smart guy. He places the ball where it needs to be. I'm not too big on him. Everyone likes Kenny Pickett. People are saying that he could be the number 1 QB coming into this draft class, but I like him. I just don't see him being that great. I think, and what I'm gonna say might actually piss a couple off, but I don't think he's gonna last over 2-3 years. I think he's gonna be a backup eventually. I think, in my opinion, and again, my opinion, You can roast me if you want, but I don't care. But typically, guys, QBs specifically, with smaller hands have uh, fumbling problems. Let's see. I wish I would have had stats that about how many fumbles he had, but I know I saw somewhere that he had more fumbles than the average QB going into college. I think he had the most coming in on this draft class. So again, um, and maybe it has to do with the small hands. Like he can't carry the ball as well. It's difficult for him to carry. But again, he's very accurate. Doesn't have a strong arm as much as Willis or Howell, but strong enough arm to definitely get it where it's at. Definitely a reliable QB. He can get you the job done. I mean, I can see Andy Dalton type stuff, the prime Andy Dalton. Don't mistake the recent Andy Dalton. That's not true. I would say prime Andy Dalton, maybe, you know, Palmer. But again, it's we'll see how it is. And again, like I said earlier, landing spots are gonna definitely rely on where he goes, or it is definitely determine where the talent will be at. Is he gonna have weapons? Is he gonna be in a team where he's ready to go? I don't know if people are saying Atlanta might be looking for a QB, or definitely we know Pittsburgh's going after one. We know Detroit's probably going after one. Obviously, those are the two big ones right there. Is Houston one of them? We don't know, but we will know in about 2 weeks, and from there we can determine how well they'll do, because then we can actually evaluate what weapons they'll have. Um, you know, so again, it's not entirely too bad from what I see. Again, Kenny Pickett, 6'3", 220. He will be 24 years old by week 1. But overall, he's just a smart guy. And maybe he wears the gloves for a reason to make up for the small hands. But it's fine. It is what it is. Either way, I know I've seen some like I'm looking at this one right now, and I'll share it with you guys. But I'm looking at some draft boards here, and I see. Let's see. Aiden Hutchinson, Trayvon Walker going number 2. Kenny Pickett going overall number 6 to freaking Panthers. Look, which is I can see that too, but holy crap, like I don't see that. And then let's see, we're talking about Malik Willis. Let's see where Malik Willis is at. Malik Willis, let's go down. Is down at the bottom somewhere. Is he really not number 1? Did I pass him up? I passed him up, didn't I? Matt Corral. Oh, there it is. Malik Willis going to New Orleans. And then Matt Corral at 3rd. These QBs are all roughly, they're all bunched up the same, like different attributes that they have, given what these teams need. I'm looking at some of these receivers, and they're all bunched up. They like easily. I would not mind wherever Drake London, Treylon Burks, or Garrett Wilson end up. All 3 of those guys, I'll be happy with. Again, it's going to be landing spots, and I don't like saying that, because if I'm relying on their landing spots, how good are these guys anyways? But either way, look, short show today. I'm by myself, so not really too much to talk about. But overall, we can. You know what? Let's do this real quick. We can probably do a mock draft here just to see where these guys land. I personally like Draft Network. I know I saw the guys from the I'm sorry, from the Panda Grizzly show, they did not use the draft network. They used something else. So let's choose the line. Let's just I'm gonna choose somebody random, and I wish I had somebody on live just tell me what teams to pick right now. But I don't know. Let's just pick 4 random teams, not in any type of order, but I just picked 4. Let's do 5, and then we'll see where they're at, where they land. I'll go with 5 random teams. Let's do a mock draft of the first round, and maybe the second round. Let's see where they end up, and then we'll just go speed real quick through this and just see where they land. All right, so let me pull it up here. It looks like some of them already went. Actually, they only started it, so my bad. So let's review this. Aiden Hutchinson, Kyle Hamilton, Amon Garner, Trayvon Walker. Let's see. Kayvon Thibodeau, Akeem Ikuono. So this is where it changed. So from the last one we just saw, we saw Malik Willis went to Panthers at 6. But here they go into the Falcons. Am I not sharing it? No, I'm not sharing it. My bad, guys. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so the last one we just saw, we saw Malik Willis go to the Panthers at 6. Then instead, here on this mock draft, where they went with Ikuono. So again, I honestly think that that's more accurate in my eyes. I don't think they go QB. I think that they go after a lineman, and I think they roll with Sam Darnold again. I really think they're going to go with Sam Darnold again. I think they're going to try and have this competition with the Falcons and tank, and maybe get next year's QBs. Now, after I have said that, I just noticed that the Falcons went with Malik Willis at 8. That could happen too. So, again, we don't know what these teams think. We've seen it every year. We go and think we may think we know, but then these teams go in and they just do some wild trades, and that's what changes the whole draft aspect. So I randomly selected a team, and I actually went with the Seahawks. Now let's see. They just lost a QB, and they're going to go with Drew Lock. Could they go with Kenny Pickett here? I don't think they do. I think they tank. I don't think Seahawks will try and go after a QB. I think they're probably going to build to get and bring in another QB next season. And I think they get what they probably need right away. In my opinion, Charles Cross is pretty good. He's best available there. He's also rated to be top 10 to go overall to, or top 15. So if Seattle gets him, I would not be surprised. Get your lineman fixed now, so that way when you bring in your QB next season, they're already set and go. All right, so I'm liking, last time I did this, there's this big old white bar here that was just blocking the entire thing, and it was so annoying. I'm glad it's gone. Or unless I scroll down, and there it is. Yep. It's all right. So let's go over. So from the pick that I did with Seattle, let's see, Derek Stingley went right after top 10. I do see that. I didn't think he was going to sneak out of the top 10. Derek Stingley is too good of a corner. Garrett Wilson to Washington. I like that. That's a very good pick. I think that's going to be very, very valuable to Washington. Give Carson Wentz some good weapons there, since he's going from one team to another. Garrett Wilson and McLaurin should be really good. And then with Gibson, if they, what am I kidding? McKissick's going to be their pass catching back. So stupid. Jordan Davis, interesting, to the Vikings. Very interesting. Andrew Booth, good. Drake London. I don't like that. I really don't like that. And he's one of my favorite receivers coming in. I don't like them getting another receiver this year. Why? Jalen Rager didn't work out for you. I mean, Smith did, but whatever. And here you are, Kenny Pickett at 16. Interesting, very interesting. And that's the second time I saw that, and you witnessed that today with me on CBS. Kenny Pickett to New Orleans, the Saints. Interesting. I don't know if that's gonna. I really don't think they're gonna roll with Jameis Winston, in my opinion. But if they go with Kenny Pickett, maybe they do get Kenny Pickett. Maybe they get him and they sit him behind Winston and see how that rolls. And if he's one injury away from getting in, I don't think they'll be too bad of a draft pick. But again, in my opinion, I think they probably should not get Kenny Pickett and just trade back. So, all right. So, Tennessee Titans, let's see here. They need a receiver, linebacker, and offensive tackle. I do like the fact that they need receiver is probably their number one bet. I also agree with that. So let's see who's available here. I mean, we have Trevor Penning, very good lineman out of Northern Iowa. If you're not familiar with him, he was very good at the Senior Bowl. Dude wasn't letting anybody go past him. 327 pounds, 6'7", pretty big. Big guy. Left tackle, I think he played in the Senior Bowl. So not bad. But let's see here. According to Draft Network, they need a receiver, linebacker, offensive tackle right away, and a tight end. Yeah, definitely. But let's give them the. Do you give him Treylon Burks here? Let's go with Trevor Penning. Let's give him a little bit more protection and see if maybe they could sneak in a receiver in the second round or something like that. These receivers are pretty fast, are pretty good. Maybe they get Jahan Dotson or something. Let's see if Jahan Dotson is still there in the second round or something. Maybe not. We'll see. But let's give him Trevor Penning there at the lineman. Let's see. Tyler Linderbaum there at 27. That's so funny. Because we did this. I did this with the Nerd Auto guys, and he also had Tyler Linderbaum there at 27, and Boye Mafe. Interesting. Coming in late there, so pretty cool to see that. If Tyler Linderbaum ends up there, he'll be there for quite some time. Let's see how long Brady stays there. That's the question. We all thought he was going to retire, came back. We'll see if Brady plays 2 seasons, maybe. I don't know. It's very, very much up in the air with QB situation, but they'll have a solid interior offensive lineman. So, all right, KC, they're going to go receiver. I really hope they do. And whichever receiver ends up there, I will definitely be excited for, because I think, why not? Patrick Mahomes is arguably one of the best QBs in the league. And I think, in my opinion, if they go after, let's see, best receiver right now in this draft here would be Treylon Burks. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine Treylon Burks with Patrick Mahomes? Now people have downgraded him being from the 1 receiver to the 4 receiver, the 5th receiver coming on the boards. Because he didn't have that great of a speedster 40 yards dash on the combine. But if you look into his film, in which we also have in our other videos, my bad, he's still good. I think yards after the catch is what you want. I love Treylon Burks. Big dude, 6'2", 225. This guy's running back in a receiver position, man. This dude's huge. I think people are comparing him to a cheaper version of Deebo Samuel. But if he goes to Kansas City, it's going to be killer. So let's put their first pick there with Treylon Burks and Juju, and Oh my God, that would be madness, absolute madness. And then let's see, QB. They don't need QB, obviously. Interior lineman, they probably do maybe need that. But I think let's go with safety instead. I think that's more important part because they just lost the Honey Badger. I understand that they did bring in Hill. Was it Hill from Texans? I believe. Let's replace him with Lewis Hine, Daxton Hill. Let's put another safety, and let's let them figure that the Hill situation there. But either way, was it Hill? I can't remember. I know it was a Texan safety. Not off the top of my head, I can't remember if it was Hill or not. But I know Hill. They traded away for the receiver. Don't get me wrong there. But yeah, that's not what I'm actually seeing. I just can't remember which safety they got. But it is the one from Texans. Braden, where you at, man? So all right. So let's see here. Offensive tackle. I know I said I didn't want to put a QB there. I don't think they'll take a QB first round, but there he is, Matt Corral, sitting there at the third best spot. Or do they go with Quay Walker, who I actually like because they just lost Bobby Wagner. Now, Jordan Brooks is probably the good replacement. Jordan Brooks is going to be the guy as linebacker there, whether he plays middle or outside. But Quay Walker out of Georgia did pretty good. That whole Georgia defense and Alabama defense they were pretty good, both of those teams. But Georgia was definitely one of the most nastier teams of defense last college season, and I think again, do they go with Matt Corral? Do we see Matt Corral and Seahawks? I don't know. I don't think so. I would hope that they don't and they just go with Drew Lock and yeah, it's going to be a whole nother year of them sucking again. But again, it puts them in a better spot for next season to draft. So let's put Quay Walker there. I think it'll be better for them. Quay Walker there in Seattle, and oh yeah, that's right. They do have 2 seconds. I forgot about that. All right, you know what? I totally forgot about that. All right, man. Let's just do it. Let's just put Matt Corral, Seahawks. There you go. Matt Corral's a Seahawk. Uh, I don't know if they do that. They might actually trade one of those picks away, to be honest. Typically, if they have like a gajillion picks, without a doubt, they will trade. I don't have the trade option because I'm not on premium. But if I did have premium, I would probably play with it a little bit, and it'd probably take a little bit longer. But here we are with Kansas City again. We got a receiver and a safety in the first round, and here they are, pick 50 with Kansas City. And let's see, they have CH, and they just brought in another running back too. I can't. Again, I just randomly thought about Kansas City and just put them there, and I can't think of which running back they just brought over. But they just signed another one there too. So let's see. Do I give him another running back though? Do we do CH and Kenneth Walker? Because if Kenneth Walker goes there, it's automatically he's probably going to be the best one there. He's a very good pass catcher. You know what? I think they will. They go receiver, safety, and a lot of teams are going with multiple running backs. We don't see them just the one guy anymore. So why not? Let's give him another running back. I think Kenneth Walker will excel very good there in KC. I have no problem with that being a pick for them. Going CH and Kenneth Walker, two good pass catchers. All right, so here we go with KC again in their million picks that they have. I think they have like 12 this year. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. But let's go focus on that defense, and let's give them Travis Jones. I think that he definitely fixed that whole interior defensive lineman. I know they need help. I think they just lost someone. I can't remember exactly who, but I know. Let's put Travis Jones there. If you're not familiar with Travis Jones, there is a 3-star recruit, 325 pounds, 6'4", out of Boston College. So definitely put Travis Jones there in Kansas City. So overall, I'm not bad. Let's just take a quick review of this. Aiden Hutchinson, Kyle Hamilton, the Sauce Gardner there as 1, 2, and 3, and Trayvon Walker. This is so bizarre right now. Trayvon Walker is just creeping up these boards. The guy had an amazing pro day and amazing combine, and that's what the combine does. It's their one chance to promote themselves and to do a lot better. He took full advantage of it. Again, from Georgia, I mean, good defense. I just don't think that he's this high. I think he'd probably later round, first round, in my opinion. But hey, the teams are believing him. At least these are just mocks. These aren't really the actual NFL teams. These are just mocks. But a lot of these writers, these beat reporters, are actually believing that Trayvon Walker might go this early. So it's not the only one I've seen Trayvon Walker up this high. Kayvon Thibodeau has been dropping because of Kayvon Walker. Same position, but I like him there at the Giants. Not bad. I do like the O-line pick of Carolina. Another O-line, definitely. God, O-line, please, Giants. If they need to get an O-line, bring Saquon back, man. Get yourself an O-line. Fix it, dude. I'm so tired of watching the Giants have go in year out with these second to third round draft picks of getting an O-line, and they're just mediocre guys. Use your first pick on an O-line this season, please. That's all I'm asking for. And I'm not even a Giants fan, but I love seeing Barkley run, and that's he's 24 years old. Let's hope that he still has some in the tank, because it's getting really annoying, and he's falling on our fantasy mock draft boards, and I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing a 24-year running back that good constantly getting injured because getting banged up all the time. So let's see, Malik Willis there he is at number 8. Very interesting. Cool. I like it. As a Falcons fan, I don't see why we would. As much as Malik Willis is good and people like him, I like him. I just wish that we could wait, tank this season, and go after somebody better next season. Again, Malik Willis, in my opinion, is going to be a developmental QB that needs time. I don't really see him balling out right away. He's going to make mistakes, and I think he needs time to sit underneath somebody and then play. But if he ends up there in Atlanta, Mariota is easily week 1 starter, and Willis probably rolled out week 8. I don't know. He has an arm, and he can run. So just fix that accuracy. Maybe he'll be ready to go by then, and that'd be freaking phenomenal to see. And then I don't know. We'll bring back Michael Vick days. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But again, all right. So I put an O lineman there at first. Charles Cross there at Seattle. I think that's the best pick for them. And then you can see as we go, Derek Stingley went after Garrett Wilson to Washington, Jordan Davis, Jermaine Johnson at Houston. I like that. Andrew Booth to Baltimore. Definitely need a corner there to help them out. Drake London, I do not like. I hope that he doesn't end up there. Let somebody else end up there. I just don't see it. But okay, so that's my con, and that's just because I don't like the way Eagles run. Me as a Miles Sanders owner, I hate it. I don't know what the Eagles do. Hopefully, it changes this season. Here's the good thing about Drake London going to the Eagles. Drake London is huge. He's 6'4", 220. So that definitely gives him a different type of weapon, considering Dallas Goedert's probably roughly about the same time, the same body, but just not as fast. Now Drake London isn't fast for a receiver, but he's faster than a tight end, if that makes sense. If that's just a little faster, not entirely receiver type esque. But what I do like about Drake London is Drake London fights for yards. He is a monster. He loves, like, he's not gonna go out. He's not that speedster guy. That's where Smith and Jalen Reagor go in. That's where I think maybe this is the pro for the Eagles. If Drake London ends up there, then maybe it'll even out, because it'll give Hurts different weapons and different talents to work with. Considering the fact that they have a really good running back and a really, he's a good rushing QB. I still believe in Miles Sanders. I know that he just hasn't really been phenomenal as of late, and that's just because Eagles, I don't know, man. Eagles players just go there and their talents just die. I don't know. And I wish that the Eagles can do a lot better. The last time they were good was Andy Reid was there, Peterson was there. They won the Super Bowl, and then it just went to hell. So, anyways, here it is. Kenny Pickett there in the Saints. If he goes behind Jameis Winston, that'd be great. Learn from him. I just hope they don't roll him out right away. Kenny Pickett is, I don't think, like I said, I don't think any of these QBs are week one starters. I really don't. And I think they're going to be developmental guys. Malik Willis could definitely be year 2, year 3 guy. Kenny Pickett worries me. He better stay in the pocket. I really hope he doesn't get sacked. He's going to fumble the ball. If he runs, he's going to fumble the ball. He's a fumbleetus. That's exactly how I'm going to put it at. That's Kenny Pickett for you. But he's a smart guy, and he can put the ball where it needs to be. Doesn't have an exactly like a beast of an arm. It's a good arm, decent arm. Put the ball where it's at. But he's not going to deliver those phenomenal, great, deep balls. No way. I don't think so. The 80-yarders, no way. 60 maybe. There's no way. That's just how I see it. But hey, whatever. So Devontae Wyatt out of Georgia, good interior defensive lineman in the Chargers. And we got Zion Johnson, James Williams. Ooh, that is really good. I like this. If Jameson Williams recovers on the second half of the season due to the ACL tear, and they roll out Kenny Pickett, and then if not, maybe, oh my gosh, him with Winston, phenomenal. They're going to be dangerous together. I think so. Winston has one of the strongest arms in the league. That would be crazy to see Jameis Winston throw into Jameson Williams. Tongue twister there. Trent McDuffie there. Going to Pittsburgh. New England, Devin Lloyd. Nice. One of my favorite linebackers coming into this draft class. Check out our rookie review there with Patriots there. Utah linebacker Devin Lloyd. We did a little inside take on him profile. So Jahan Dotson going to the Green Bay Packers. I like that. Georgia Karlaftis to Arizona. Definitely interesting. JJ Watt can teach him a thing or two before he leaves, and I think George Karlaftis he's a very good edge runner. I think he's going to be very great. He's going to make some plays, and I think we'll see him for the next couple seasons. He will be a threat in the NFL wherever he lands. Again, landing spot is everything. This one's interesting. Chris Olave to the Dallas Cowboys. Interesting. Do I see that? Yes. Can I see that? Yes. With CD Lamb and Gallup there, Chris Olave being the slot receiver, and then Chris Olave is as a matter of fact, Gallup could probably move into the inside and Olave on the outside because he's so fast. The only issue about Chris Olave, and I know if Brian, you're probably not watching this, but whatever. Chris Olave is is such a smooth runner and fast and can catch the ball. The only thing is my downfall on him is why I'm not as high on Chris Olave. He's not a physical runner. Once that DB gets to him, he's gonna get locked up, and that's it, man. The QB's gonna go to his next read because Chris Olave won't be able to break out of it. I've been watching it, and he just gets locked up, and that's what happens. But he's got an engine. He's gonna be back out there again. He's gonna be out there back out again. Play after play. Eventually, that DB will get worn down. They'll probably bring in the backup DB to try and cover up for him, but he will be still there, and Chris Olave will get open. What is Chris Olave in fantasy? He's gonna have a high floor, but a low ceiling. So he's going to be that wide receiver number 3, a consistent wide receiver number 3 for you. Maybe wide receiver number 2, depending on, PPR leagues and whatnot. But again, this is good stuff, man. I like what I'm seeing here. Kerry Elam there at corner for Buffalo. There's rumors saying that they might actually go after a running back, Isaiah Spiller or Breece Hall, which is crazy to see. I don't know how that's going to turn out due to the fact that, they don't use the running backs, but if they change it, it's a new coaching staff. They might actually use the running backs this season. This is the time where we might see Buffalo utilize the run, and Josh Allen might be that pocket passer, less of a runner type guy. He's still going to have rushing yards, just it's not going to be the main go-to. So, Boye Mafe and good pick there. Tyler Linderbaum, good pick there. And I put Treylon Burks there in KC with Daxton Hill. Give him a defense, give him an offense side. And then I ended up with here in this draft, it looks like David Njoku went last to Detroit Lions. Not bad. He is going to be he was a top 5 draft prospect. But because he just got injured, he now fell down. So what does this mean for Detroit if David Njoku goes there? This means that following next year, they're going to have a top 5 rookie coming in with their new rookies coming in. He's not a bad draft pick. Injuries happen, but it is what it is, and that's what's going to happen. So, anyways, that's it for today. Kenny Pickett and Malik Willis. If you're still watching, thanks whoever you are. If not, you jumped in, went back out. That's cool. It's off season. It's whatever. A lot of people don't really care right now. They're looking in the next 2 weeks. Dynasty, I know for sure that you're going to be definitely looking into your next couple of draft picks, depending on where you're at, the 101, the 104, the 109, wherever, and however your draft is. Hopefully it's linear. If you're doing Dynasty, if it's Snake, it better be a startup. I don't believe in snake drafts in the Dynasty leagues. If it's already started, unless it's a new season. But yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Join me Sunday. I will be with the guys from the Nerd Huddle. That's where I let loose, man. It's definitely different vibes there. I'm not the host there. I'm a little bit more serious here than I am that show. I'm not the main guy there. It's a lot of fun. I come up with these wild accusations on Sundays because those guys definitely are where it's at. They bring out these weird accusations and weird propositions, and then I'm like, it just triggers me. So yeah, Sunday, 10 a.m. Central. So yeah, that's the morning spike there. So I know the guys right now, they're recording, they're doing their Spoiler Kings review. The Spoiler Kings are doing it, that's all they're doing. There's a video. I'm so tired of their updates. There's an update every single damn minute. I swear to God. They're doing movie reviews, show reviews. I don't know how Tank does it, but there's more reviews of shows and movies than there is football, which is freaking crazy. But yeah, there it is. I'll see you guys Sunday, and thanks for watching. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you're at, and I will see you then.
Getting hyped when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate.